Hi everyone. For many students, balancing chemical equation is a difficult task. So in this video, I am presenting how to balance a chemical equation using a simple method. Before that, let me ask a question. What is a chemical equation? Now, a chemical equation is the abbreviation of a chemical reaction represented by symbols and chemical formulae. Let's consider a chemical equation. Formation of water by burning hydrogen. Hydrogen on burning. Burning means the reaction is reaction with the oxygen. So hydrogen combines with the oxygen, forms water. And this reaction we can represent as hydrogen can be represented as H2 and oxygen molecule can be represented as O2 and the chemical formula of water is H2O. This is a chemical equation. The substances which are taking part in chemical reaction are called reactants. Here the reactants are hydrogen and oxygen. The substances formed as a result of chemical reaction are called products. Here the product is water. Then how many atoms, hydrogen atoms are on the reactant side? The number of hydrogen atoms are 2. How many hydrogen atoms are on the product side? 2 hydrogen atoms. That is, number of hydrogen atoms on product side and reactant sides are equal. How many oxygen atoms are on the reactant side? 2. How many oxygen atoms are on the product side? Only 1. The number of oxygen atoms are not equal. Reactant side 2 oxygen atoms are there and product side only 1 oxygen atom. What happened to 1 oxygen atom? Is it destroyed? No. We know that during a chemical reaction, atoms can be neither created nor destroyed. Here is the importance of balancing a chemical equation. When a chemical equation is written, the number of atoms of the same kind on the reactant side should be equal to the number of atoms on the product side. Then the equation is known as balanced chemical equation. Let us try to balance the equation. Consider the equation: formation of water, H2 plus O2 gives H2O. This let us write it as LHS and right side RHS. Then write the atoms present on LHS. The atoms are hydrogen and oxygen. Then write the atoms on RHS, hydrogen and oxygen. After that, write the number of atoms. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 2. How many oxygen atoms on LHS? 2. How many hydrogen atoms on RHS? 2. How many oxygen atoms on RHS? 1. Hydrogen is balanced. But what about oxygen? Oxygen is not balanced. Left side 2 are there, on right side it is only 1. So we have to make 2 oxygen here. To make 2, can we write 2 here? If you are writing 2 here, what happened? Our product is water. See, now it became H2O2, it is not water. So we can't write 2 there. So what you do? So how will you balance oxygen? Where you give that number? So write 2 only on the left side of that water molecule. Write 2 on the left side of the water molecule. Now you are multiplying by 2. Now oxygen became 2 into 1. Oxygen became 2. Hydrogen also changed. Number of hydrogen atoms changed. Now the number of hydrogen atoms became 2 into 2. That is, number of hydrogen atoms became 4. Now oxygen is balanced, but hydrogen is not balanced. So we have to make hydrogen 4 here. So how can you make hydrogen 4 here? Which number we have to multiply? That is, when you are multiplying by 2, that is, it became 2 into 2, hydrogen became 4. Now hydrogen is also balanced. Now it became a balanced chemical equation. Let us balance to another equation. Formation of magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with the oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Write LHS, then RHS. Write the atoms on LHS. The atoms are magnesium and oxygen, and RHS magnesium and oxygen. Write the number of atoms. On LHS, magnesium 1 magnesium atom, oxygen 2 atoms are there. On RHS, only 1 magnesium atom and only 1 oxygen atom. Magnesium is balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. We have to make oxygen 2 here on RHS. So how will you do? What you do? So to make oxygen 2, we have to multiply with the 2. That is, put 2 left side of that magnesium oxide. So oxygen became 2 into 1, that is oxygen became 2. The number of magnesium atom is also changed, and magnesium also became 2 into 1, that is magnesium became 2. Now magnesium is not balanced. On LHS only 1 magnesium. To make magnesium 2, where you give the number, that is left side of that magnesium. So magnesium also became 2. Now it became a balanced equation. See how many magnesium? 2 magnesium. Right side also 2 magnesium. How many oxygen atoms? 2 oxygen atoms. Right side how many oxygen atoms? 2 into 1, that is 2 oxygen atoms. It's a balanced equation. Let us try to balance some more equations. Listen, let us consider formation of ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen and hydrogen combine together to form ammonia, NH3, molecular formula for ammonia. Then write it as LHS and RHS. Write the elements, atoms present there, nitrogen and hydrogen. Write the atom, nitrogen and hydrogen, and in ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen. Then write the number of atoms on LHS. How many nitrogen atoms are there? 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 2. Then nitrogen, it is 1 on RHS, and hydrogen 3 are there. Both nitrogen and hydrogen are not balanced. So first let us balance nitrogen. LHS 2 nitrogen are there, or on RHS only 1 nitrogen. So we have to make here 2. And where you give that 2? Where you multiply? That is, write that 2 only left side of that NH3. So nitrogen became 2. 2 into 1, nitrogen became 2. What happened to hydrogen? The number of hydrogen atoms changed. So you have to get the number of hydrogen atoms, you have to multiply this 2 into 3. So now the number of hydrogen atoms are 2 into 3, that is 6. Hydrogen became 6. Now hydrogen is not balanced. On LHS only 2 hydrogen are there. So we have to make here 6. So how will you make 6 here on LHS? That is, to get 6 hydrogen atoms, which number you have to multiply? So to get 6 hydrogen, we have to multiply by 3. So 2 into 3, you are getting hydrogen 6. Now it's a balanced equation. Right? Let us consider one more equation, that is the reaction between iron and steam, that is water. Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Write it as LHS, RHS, and write the atoms present there, iron, hydrogen, oxygen, and write on the RHS, iron, then write in same order, then write hydrogen, then oxygen. Write the number of atoms, iron left side, it's only 1, on reactant side, hydrogen 2 are there, and oxygen 1. Then on RHS, iron 3, oxygen 4, you have to write here, and hydrogen 2. Then see, let us how to balance this. Only hydrogen is balanced there, others are not balanced. So let us first balance iron. On LHS we require 3 because on RHS 3 iron are there. So you have to make 3 here. So to make 3 iron, we are writing only left side of that iron. So iron became 3. Now iron is balanced. Hydrogen is balanced. Then let us balance oxygen. On RHS 4 are there. On LHS oxygen only 1. So we have to make here 4 to balance. So how will you make 4 to balance oxygen? That is, to get oxygen 4, where you give the number only left side of water, right? To get oxygen 4, we are putting 4 on left side of water. Now 4 into 1, oxygen became 4. Number of hydrogen atoms changed. So number of hydrogen atoms, to get number of hydrogen atoms, multiply 4 into 2, 4 into 2, that is 8 hydrogen. On LHS 8 are there. Then we have to make here 8, hydrogen 8 on RHS. So how to make 8 on RHS? To which number we have to multiply to get 8 hydrogen atoms? So it is clear, we have to multiply here with the 4, then 4 into 2, we are getting 8. Now hydrogen also became 8. It became a balanced equation. That is, see, iron, 3 iron atoms are there. Here 3 iron. And how many hydrogen? 8 hydrogen atoms. Right side also 8 hydrogen atoms, 4 into 2. And left side how many oxygen? 4 oxygen, 4 into 1, 4 oxygen atoms. And right side also 4 oxygen atoms. It's a balanced equation. And let us consider one more equation, the last equation, that is burning of methane. CH4 is combining with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Write LHS and RHS. Then write the atoms carbon, hydrogen and oxygen on left side, and right side carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Write the number of atoms, carbon 1, hydrogen 4 and oxygen 2. Right side carbon 1, hydrogen 2 and oxygen. See, oxygen is present in 2 compounds. Oxygen is present in CO2 and H2O. So you have to take the total number of oxygen atoms. Here it is 2, here it is 1. So 2 plus 1, oxygen 3 atoms are there. Then let us see how to balance this. Carbon is balanced, hydrogen is not balanced, and oxygen is also not balanced. So we have to balance hydrogen and oxygen. So to balance hydrogen and oxygen, first we balance hydrogen, because oxygen is present in these 2 compounds. When an atom is present in 2 compounds, that you balance last. So let us balance hydrogen first. Hydrogen we have to make 4 here on right side. To get 4 hydrogen atom on right side, which number we have to multiply here? That is, we have to multiply by 2. So hydrogen became 2 into 2, hydrogen became 4. And oxygen also changed, number of oxygen atoms changed, 2 into 1, that is 2, and here 2 more oxygen atoms, so 2 plus 2, total number of oxygen atom became 4. So we have to make oxygen 4 here to balance. So how will you make oxygen 4 here? Which number you have to multiply here? So when you multiply by 2, 2 into 2, that is oxygen became 4. Now it became a balanced chemical equation, right? Then I will give some chemical equations. You try to balance it. Na plus O2 gives Na2O. Al plus Cl2 gives AlCl3. Try to balance these equations. Hope you understood how to balance chemical equations. Thank you. Let us meet again in another video.